Please sit down, please. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا بالقاسم محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد. Dear sisters and brothers in Iman, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I would like to begin with extending my best wishes and congratulations, tabrikat to the bride and the groom and their respective families. And also I would say something very unusual, that this time I have been 10 minutes late. Normally the programs, the way I know, they start 10, 15 minutes late, and that's how I schedule my arrival. But alhamdulillah, that's a good sign. Talking about marriage, one of the important issues that I would like to share as advice to the bride and the groom, and even for those who are married for many, many years, is the issue of appreciating one another. In the beginning, things are good. You don't even need anybody's advice. But gradually, things become normal. And when things become normal, you take things for granted. And then this sense of, appreciation by saying thank you, or, you've done a good job, on both sides. And that's where we have to realize that, in Urdu we have a saying, and probably it's there in Gujarati also, where we say, ghar ki murgi dal ke barabar. You understand that? You see, if you have chicken at home, and then, dal, lenten, when you look at the value, if you get roti and dal, that's a very simple food. But if you eat chicken biryani, this is a higher level. And so the saying basically says that if you have a ghar ki murgi, you have the chicken at home, it doesn't really have much value in your eyes. It's equal to dal. And that's what happens, to the couples many, many times when they consider things to be, they take things for granted. And this is where this expression of, your appreciation and love for one another, has to be mentioned regularly, I would say. Even the imams actually have talked about it, that to say the words is also important. Not just say, yes, I have, in my heart, everything is there. Yes. But the other person needs to hear that. I have a story, a real story, which I mentioned many times in the marriage gatherings. So I'll just summarize it. That somebody came to our old masjid on a Friday, a lady, after Namaz Jummah, and the people at the office told me that there's a lady who wants to see you. So I went at the back, we sat down, and she was from an Arabic background. And she said, I just came today to say thank you to you. And I said, well, I haven't seen you before. He said, no, last week something very unusual happened in my life. I've been married for many, many years. And it was very normal for me that whenever my husband would come back from work every day, I would immediately prepare a fresh tea and serve it to him. But last Friday when he came back, I saw something very unusual. He turned around and he said, thank you to me. And so I asked him, what happened? He said, well, I was there in the Friday khutbah, and Sayyid Rizvi was talking about it. This issue of, respecting one another and appreciating one another. And so now this, so just think about it, that one thank you of the husband became so powerful that she felt important to come and thank me for that. You know, and this is where you realize when Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam says that when you say to your wife, Inni ahibbuk, that I, love you. This is a literal translation. Now, don't say I become Canadian, Imam says these words, although you uttered it once, but it stays in the heart forever. And so this communication is important. You can't just keep your feelings within. It has to be expressed. Otherwise, it becomes this issue of, gar ki murgi, dal ki barabar. Many times some people have this habit of, appreciating the good work of others, whether it's neighbors or other people in the community. But when it comes to the inner circle itself, it's taken for granted. I get good food every day. It is their norm. But at least sometimes, turn around and say thank you. And this is where I would like to add this, and this is not only for the bride and the groom, this is also for Fayyaz and Hasanain, and many of others here who are married for many, many years. Just for one thank you for a chai, maybe next time you'll get a cappuccino there. And if you say more and thank you, you'll get masala chai. Or further, Kashmiri chai. And then, mashallah. And so just keep that practice there regularly in appreciating one another. And this is where the spark will be there in the marriage till the end, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shower His blessings on this marriage and give them a tawfiq to be in love and harmony with the path of Muhammad and ala Muhammad salawatullah alayhi ajma'in, inshallah.